Boom, and I'm live. What's going on, you guys? It's DollarCostCrypto here. Been a minute, but I'm back. You'll never get rid of me again. That's it. Fire, fire. That's what's going on, Van, man. Ooh, I like the Pepe watch, sir. What's up, man? Let's go. Let's get it. Nick August, what's good, bro? Let's see. Charlie called it no Super Bowl pump. It's funny, man. Yeah, we'll talk about the Super Bowl in a minute. Right again. I've been right about the Super Bowl 8 years in a row. 8 years nonstop, you guys. Nice. What's going on, you guys? Best part of the stream. That's right. I didn't know you were going to stream. What a pleasant surprise. Well, hey, yeah. I was going to stream. I was actually going to stream much earlier. I got held up with some stuff, basically a consultation. But hey, it's all good, man. It's good. I'm glad to see you guys in here, man. So Ginger, what's going on, brother? Let's see. How you enjoying the bear market? I'm swimmingly, man. I'm making money like crazy. My coins actually go up, sirs. Yield, baby, yield. That is the name of the game, which I've been calling for quite a while, sirs. Tell dollar cost hype. What's going on, you guys? Trucking. Didn't have to cut me off. But just to go to Tweety Bird or B Tweety or Wheezy Bird. Charlie called it no Super Bowl pump. Crypto Twitter is calling for a bear market. It's kind of funny. I mean, a lot of people's positions are down and stuff. A lot of them weren't like put into, they weren't yielding in a lot of coins, which is kind of crazy to me. But in terms of the Super Bowl pump, yeah, I'm not surprised either. The only thing I wasn't surprised, there might be I think tomorrow there might be an announcement of some new coin listings and stuff for Coinbase or something. But Coinbase botched it so bad, dude. $14 million for an advertisement, and then your site goes down. and your site goes down. You spent $14 million for a QR code? Hey, dude, it wasn't terrible. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of like, I got it. Like, dun. I was like, oh my God, bro. But like, how bad would it have been if that QR code led them to a scam website, dude? How bad would that have been, dude? That would have been so bad. Dude, that would have been bad. But hey, it crashed. So many people clicked on the website that it crashed their website, dude. Fucking LOL. But yeah, that was pretty good. There was like crypto.com was the other notable one. I think LeBron James was in it and stuff. That was cool. But yeah, man. So we might get a little bit of listing. So I expect probably a listing within a month or so. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, we're gonna that's gonna be nice for Phantom. Maybe one day soon. Hopefully, we get a listing, Hex listed on some centralized exchanges, so people can buy it more of a DCC style. But as soon as we get the Pulse Chain mainnet launch and stuff in a couple months or so, or 4 or 5 months from now, then you can just buy P shares through there, and then you can DCA that way, which is really cool. So that's cool. Hey, shout out you guys! Shout out you guys! Just a humble farmer. That's correct, sir. Just a humble farmer. Colin, what's good? How are you feeling about Jewel? I'm feeling really, really good about Jewel right now. I actually upped my LPs on my Jewel by like 44%. So that should let you know. And I did that like yesterday or the day before that, basically, like pretty late at night and stuff. So I'm a little like lost on the time and stuff. But yeah, I added to my Jewel LPs and stuff. I did one Jewel LP. I added 44% to my position, and I've been repothecating my rewards and stuff pretty much the whole time. I'm basically doing something like 4 days repothecating and 1 day like putting into the bank, something like that, basically, just so I have some liquid and stuff. I built up my X bank or my X Jewel bank account basically pretty well. I'm a jeweler, so shout out, man. Yeah, the Super Bowl commercials were kind of lame. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. They were not that great. Like I was like kind of shocked by that. Like it was not that the Super Bowl commercials were kind of like meh, Like I had somebody in the crypto mindset chat and stuff telling me like, who the hell was it? Was it Sam? Somebody was telling me about it, that they were saying that the Bengals were going to win because it's going to be the year of the tiger for the Chinese or something. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But it's all good, man. Yeah, Wild Burr. What's going on? Hey, Flames, what's going on, dude? It's good to see you, man. So buy Phantom. I mean, I'm DCAing into it still. I'm waiting for. I'm actually the way I usually buy my Phantom now. I just buy USDC, then just bridge it over through Spooky Swap. It's one less fee because then you just move it and then bridge it, and it's in that way. And then I just sell it for Phantom. Basically, that's the way I do it nowadays. What do you think about 2/3 Tomb 2 share? I'm in them. I'm personally in them myself, but I did it with casino chips. I sold about half of my T-share, the Tomb T-shares and stuff. So obviously do your own research. All this shit is risky as hell, dude. Super high risk, super degenerate as fuck. So if you ain't got a stomach for like volatility, just don't do it. Stick with the steady Eddie stuff. Get some Hex. I always would recommend getting Hex before any of this Tomb stuff. 100 every fucking day of the week. I would tell you guys that. Like, if you don't have a Hex position, what the fuck are you doing in any of this other stuff? Like, seriously. You want to get into the Pulse Chain ecosystem? Gotta buy Hex. You like returns? Buy Hex. You want to be in crypto? Buy Hex. I mean, like, I don't know how many times I got to say that. Like, you guys got to get your Hex position. It's okay to dabble in shit coins and stuff and dabble in other stuff, but like, get your position and stuff, But in terms of 2/3 Tomb, yeah. So I basically been LP farming, Phantom T-share for a long time, since about September, and then from there, what I did is I took some. I kind of was repothecating the other half. I was just stacking up the T-share side on the masonry, and then what I did is I took about half of my T-share that I basically got for free, took that, and then used it to get into Phantom T-share. Fuck these names. Phantom 2 share and Phantom 3 share, those LPs. And then basically I'm doing the same strategy where I'm repothecating those things, and then like 1 day repothecate, 1 day add to the masonries for the 2 share, 3 share. Dude, Pulse Chain's got the same problem, dude. They keep using the same thing. It's like P-Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX. Like, oh my God, man. And it's like same thing with these Tomb forks and shit. Like 2 form, 2, 3. Dude, it's like Jesus. It makes it a little difficult for me, but I'm special ed, so there you go. Yo, Miguel the Goat. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's up, bros? With this, I think there was one more thing with this. There's Tomb swaps coming out tomorrow, so that should help out the peg a little bit with the Tomb side on regular T-share and stuff, which is good. So then there's some partnership deals with 2/3 Tomb and stuff on AVAX. I think with Piggy or something like that. It sounds ridiculous saying it out loud, so yeah, I'll stop talking about it. What's going on, you guys? Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, since I talked about Tomb, I might as well play it. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Oh, that doesn't get old at all, man. Damn. Let's see. Oh, dude, a hex listing on a centralized exchange. I know it's not good, but like, man, that shit's good, man. I don't give a fuck what a hexagon says, dude. Like being able to buy like $50 at a time and then moving your hex onto a MetaMask sounds kind of nice. Like that would be really cool to be able to get that, like to get like a DCA strategy going on or set up like a weekly, like, I mean, I remember like the way I got my hex on a lot of my crypto back in the day was literally like if I just made $20 in profit that day, I would set it up on Coinbase. They would fucking wreck me on some fees, but not as bad as Ethereum. But they would take $2.99 for $20 or something like that, and then like set it on recurring, and then I just would hustle to try to get like some crypto and stuff, and then that's kind of how I built up enough capital to start taking shots on plays. And then trusting the gut and getting into plays, and then just keep from there. I just crawled my way up the Citadel. That's basically how it happened. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay. Flames, bro, when Pulse? I mean, we'd be lucky if we got Pulse like by like late April, May or something like that. Like that's what's going on. I mean, but I think a lot of it too is a little bit of market timing on Richard's part. So, it's just that sort of thing. I'm gonna have some discussions later this week with a couple of hex people as well. Like I'm gonna do a stream sometime this week or next week with Crypto Coffee, as well as a couple other like surprise guests and stuff like that. And from the hex community and stuff. So I'm gonna do a little bit more hex like content as well. But yeah, I've got some other. I actually got some GameFi guests coming on as well on my channel later on. I think on Thursday and stuff, or on Tuesday as well. So and anyone who's from the crypto mindset courses, we're gonna have a flash webinar on Thursday. So be on the lookout. It's gonna be in Moon Gang time. So woo, flash webinar, baby. Let's get it. There we go. I say A-Rod Crypto. Oh, A-Rod Crypto. Yeah, buy Phantom or wait for more deep. So if you just always like, I like dabbling and stuff. So I like just buying a small amount or buying something at least now, just to take the temptation. And if it goes lower, you still have dry powder. But I'm dollar cost crypto, so I DCA. That's just how I do it basically. But maybe you buy 20% of what you're thinking right now. You can either buy through Gemini or Binance USA. I mostly buy myself through Gemini. Or if you already have Phantom already, just buy USDC, have it ready, and have it on just have the USDC and then onboard it onto a Spooky Swap, and you have it ready to go. And as soon as the price drops to a price where you like it, you can just DCA right on Spooky Swap for nothing. Like it's like what is like 4 cents per transaction. Like there you go. They're called sell the news, not buy the news events. Who said buy the news? But shout out Erie, man. What's going on, brother? Let's see, Kid Blur 100. Yes, sir. Are you going to sacrifice for liquid loans, buddy? Well, pal. No. Don't call me buddy, friend. Don't call me pal, buddy. I'm not your buddy guy. Are you going to sacrifice for liquid loans? I think I am. I actually am, but I'm going to have I'm going to do a flash webinar on that. It's not going to be the one that's coming up, but the next one. On liquid loans and stuff. Yeah, I like liquid loans. The guys seem pretty nice and stuff like that. I think the product is good. Hopefully everything just turns out well, because it's not an RH, it's not a Richard Hart project. So, you can't ape like that. That's what I'm saying. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how much money is thrown into this. I think it can do pretty well. I've talked to some people from the team. They seem like pretty good guys, and the code they're forking is good code. It is a good project. It's a project that I actually was going to invest in pretty heavily back in, when was it? Maybe it was December of 2020. I was going to invest really heavily into the LQR or liquidity. The project, I thought it was the most interesting project I had seen in a long time. But basically Ethereum gas fees killed the project. And then there was some, there were some problems basically in the way they distributed coins to whales, to the wrong type of whales, and kind of killed the project and stuff. So it really sucks. So and I'm thinking some of those whales were probably affiliated with like DAI Maker and then a couple of these other stable coins and stuff, because there's a lot of projects that are called like cradle killers or baby killers and stuff, where like is when a project launches and they're like, oh, these guys are going to do really good. They buy a lot of the token, governance token, and then they basically just find the maximum way to just make the price go down to hurt it. So pretty fucked up. But people do this and stuff so they can stay number one. Bum, bum, bum. Dave Pave, or Pave Dave. Many investing commercials and tax commercials. Weird for Super Bowl, right? Yeah. Yeah, I thought that too. Yep. Are you still down on DOT? Me? Oh no. So I don't have any DOT. I only have Kusama. So I'm 100% Kusama right now. If I'm kind of waiting for the ratio to go down. I'd have to look at I'll pull the ratio up in a minute. Or maybe I have it here. Let me see if I have it. Do I have it? Most interesting AMA in the world, you guys. Super late at night, just trying to keep you guys with the Sunday night slow jams. Do I not have it? Maybe I can find it real quick. Let's see. KSM. Let's see. Oh, I do have it. Why don't I have that saved? I'll save that real quick. Let me pull them down, bro. There we go. So yeah, the Kusama to DOT ratio. Yeah, right now it's about 8. If I were to see this drop down to maybe like the 6 range, maybe like this is where I would probably start. Maybe I would end up selling some Kusama into DOT or something like that, basically. And then as this goes back up, I'd switch it back up, because if I saw this go in any direction, then like, but if it goes down a little lower, then this is where I would at least want to get in the 7s to like even think about switching over my Kusama into DOT. But that's myself personally, because I really do like Kusama. But there's a little trade here, because like at some point there's going to be an upswing, maybe Glimmer or something like that. It could cause a little bit of pumpage on DOT, hopefully. And it's mostly just for the ratio between the two prices and stuff. So DOT could just stay the same in price, and then Kusama could go down, and then you could just switch by, and then the ratio would be off and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's just between the prices between the both coins, not versus like dollar price, really, which is cool. Yo, DCC, what about the Magic Cats, bro? Dude, yeah, no, the Magic Cats were a shout out to the Magic. You know, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have a little bit of Puerto Rican rum real quick. El Barralito, man, shit. In celebration for the Magic Cats and all that other wonderful thing. Man, this looks good as hell. Shit. Put a little bit in this drink. Might as well have a little sip. Little Coke and rum. Salud. Oh, damn, that's good. That's really this is the best Puerto Rican rum right here, man. Right there, man. El Barralito, man. That's the good stuff. But in terms of the Magic Cats, the Magic Cats have been going brazy, man. It's been really cool. You're going to be able to stake. I think you can stake them already, earn yield on them. But shout out if any of you guys are staking your Magic Cats or doing anything with Magic Cats, unstake them right now. There is going to be this Wednesday on the Spooky Swap AMA. I think you can be able to find the links on Discords and stuff. There's going to be a group stream with the guys from Reaper. Reaper is going to end up doing an airdrop or a whitelisting event and stuff. So anyone who's owner of a Magic Cat will automatically be allowed to buy in the pre-IDO for Reaper. Reaper is like the main replicator that I like on Phantom, and I'm going to invest into it personally. So pretty awesome. If you have a Magic Cat, shout out Pussy Gang. It's gonna be pretty sick. And I actually I do like Reaper and stuff. Obviously it's contract risk and all that stuff, so be very careful with your funds and stuff. The only thing I have on Reaper is just maybe some beats, and then I was thinking about putting in some some XBOO. There's just a single-sided XBOO pool that just got released, I think yesterday or today. And it's pretty decent APR right now. So obviously when the prices are down, the APR goes up and you can repothecate. It just gets you more XBOO. So it's a cool way where you don't even have to claim any of your coins. It just does it for you. But there's contract risk. Remember what I said? The risk doesn't double. It quadruples, right? So anyone who's taken the crypto mindset course knows what I'm talking about and stuff. So, but personally, I think that's it's a good business model and everything like that. And just like Tarot, I did an investment in that and did pretty well. So I'll probably be investing into the Reaper token when it comes out, and I'm going to be whitelisted on that. So I want to see how much allocation they give out to dudes with a bunch of magic cats, because I know that I know that us over here on Moon Gang, shout out Crypto Mindset course, we're heavy in them cats. So man, oh shit, fucking nice. But anyway, yeah. Nick August, I just bought a shitload of Hex Hunter. Salute, sir. Salute, man. That's awesome, man. Salute, man. I wish I had a cigar, man. Oh, that's really good, man. Yeah, Hex is at a good price right now. Worst case, I could see it going to 18 cents. Like that's it. That's like a good. The 18 cents always been a really good resistance level for Hex. I think within the next 2 weeks, we start seeing a really good pump on Hex. 33 cents to about maybe 44, somewhere in that range, like a 10 cent. We're going to do a 10-cent bump up. And then a couple weeks after that, we're going to retest all-time highs again, which is going to be awesome. So, yeah, 56 cents. Here we come, man. So pick up that cheap Hex while you can. Remember when you guys were like, I think this was about a month ago, before we even did the crypto mindset course and stuff, I was telling you guys that I purchased a decent amount at 18 cents, and then and then it kept crash going down price, and then I bought at 13 cents. I think it went as low as 11. So these are the places where I DCA'd into and stuff. So I was very comfortable buying at 18 cents and at 13 cents. So it's like right now, this is a good level, I think, to get into it. Obviously, if you can get it at 19 cents, if you're watching it all day, I mean, shit, why not? Try to get the best prices you can, set limit orders and stuff through Matcha or through 1 inch. I like Matcha better than 1 inch, but just because 1 inch is doing all this KYC shit. So, I mean, I'm sorry. 1 inch is doing all this KYC shit. So fuck them. But yeah, but VPN away, you guys. Let's see. Once you get into Hex, you become a crack addict. Yes, free base, baby, free base. You didn't have to cut me off. All right, so let's see, Cody. What's up, Cody? Can you explain the function of 3 shares related to 2 shares and why Harry FOMO'd in and partnered with them? So, right. Oh my God. So remember what I said about the box, right? Good leaders. So you obviously invest into projects where you have a charismatic leader, but doesn't mean that they're good or bad at all times, right? They're human beings. And it's a sort of thing where it's the Jedi versus the Sith. You could have a person that has these really cool the reason I'm saying Jedi versus Sith, and just because most people understand what I'm talking about, right? But the good and evil in them, right? Some people may be like 75 Sith, 25% Jedi, right? And then that sort of thing, right? So basically what I think happened, obviously this is just me talking out my ass here. I don't think this is actually true. I'm talking about an imaginary other person in some other universe and stuff. So don't sue me and shit. But what I think happened was he shitted on these 2 tokens, crashed their price, then bought them hella cheap, then was planning already to partner with them anyway, and then they pumped up and stuff. He had a bunch, and then he added it to the treasury because the function of 3 share and 2 share and why Harry FOMO'd to partner with them is basically the same problem that I said that this project has. In June, I don't know the exact date in June, but basically June, the T-share emission rate is done. So there's 64,000 T-shares in existence, and then that's it. That's all that's going to be. So in that case, what's going to happen is if you don't have anything to incentivize the liquidity pools, which are the cemetery for you guys who know, and the T-share system, you're in deep shit because when liquidity leaves, the project becomes very illiquid. And then if people sell, the price can fucking collapse. So what he's going to end up doing, he's going to use 3 share and 2 share along with some of the LPs to then give incentive rewards for these pools. I don't know how well that'll work. I think it can do okay. It's a good band-aid, but they need more of the rest of the infrastructure. Obviously, the Tomb swap's coming out tomorrow, which is pretty cool. So that'll bring some new pools as well as some new trading infrastructure and a new UI, which is really cool. But so we should see a pretty decent, if Tomb swap actually does launch tomorrow, then actually there'll be some pretty cool stuff with that stuff. But in terms of the function between 3 share and 2 share and stuff like that, 2 share is literally just a fucking carbon copy of T share, except the only difference is that 2 share admission rate comes out faster. So it gives out the T share faster, or the 2 share faster. So that, I know the actual date on that one. It's April 3rd. April 3rd, all the supply of 2 shares out. So it's going to be an interesting sort of like case study, and something I'm going to watch very closely to see what happens when the full supply comes out and how they will incentivize that pool. I have a theory of how they're going to try to incentivize it. I think it's going to be through like they're essentially going to go multi-chain, and then they're going to work with other Tomb forks on other blockchains. Like it looks like it's mostly going to be AVAX and Binance chain, and maybe I've heard of a Matic one, but I'm not sure. And then they're going to use those emission tokens. So it's almost like they're kicking a can down the road with other Tomb forks and using those Tomb forks to pay for Tomb forks for their LPs cluster. Dude, it's a clusterfuck, you guys. So obviously this is fucking risque as fuck. So I'm not telling you to do any of this shit. So do you, boo? But in terms of why Harry Fung would into partner with him, he's going to use that, and at some point, possibly, I think he may start cashing out on them, dump their price down, and then use that money to repeg the Tomb token and stuff. I think that's kind of the master plan. But they are working all together and stuff, so they're all in on it together, I guess. So be careful. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Okay. Any thoughts for prices if war hits big dump? I'm Ukrainian. Oh man, damn, bro. Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, amen. Que Dios te cuida. Maki, my dude. So last time that they did anything, they just essentially took their freshwater port, but in the Black Sea. But if they did actually invade and take the whole thing, it probably would crash the markets. We'd probably get like a little flash crash of 40% in the equities market, then bounce back up, but we'd be probably down 30% from current prices. Crypto would probably crash down. I'd say we probably would retest something like, we'd probably be at 28 grand on BTC, something like that. So ETH would be like, I don't know. I'd have to look at the prices real quick. Let me take a look. Yeah, we'd basically be at like $1,800 ETH, $1,600 ETH, and then we would be like $2,800 BTC, and then probably stay in that range for a minute. People think it's going to go down, and then we'd probably bounce back up to 34. If it ended up being more than that, where like we're actually getting more bigger military action, then yeah, that's the actual black swan event. That like it's sort of this weird black swan where it could happen, but it's kind of like, damn, are they really that crazy to do that sort of shit? But like I sort of get it both on their side as well, where like they need to stop the encroachment of like NATO and stuff on their territories and stuff, as well as like Russia is really Russia's really hard to defend, so they sort of need to like put these buffer states in that sort of place. So by invading the Ukraine in terms of strategic sort of stuff, they have sort of some land barriers there where it's easier to defend some people invading into Russia and stuff on that side, as well as like they control the Ukraine and Russia. Basically, they control a shit ton of oil and gas, and then Europe is like totally dependent on them. So it's kind of, oof. Yeah, geopolitics ain't cool. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, but buying Hex is a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's a bit of pain in the ass, but it sure helps the pocket. So, I mean, right now the gas fees are pretty low. The Gwei is at 35 Gwei. Wow. Really? So it's pretty cheap right now. So I think a swap right now is about $35 or less. So that means if I were to do a times 20, so what's the minimum viable like purchase where like it's not hurting too much? I think a 5%. If a gas fee is only 5% of your purchase, I think that's okay, basically, right, in terms of like a fee. So 35 times, let's say 27, so $700. So So a $700 purchase of Hex right now is actually pretty reasonable. You can even like chip it down to like $500. But typically, I like people buying. If you're going to buy Hex and stuff, I usually like to tell people, hey, buy like $1,000 of like Hex with like Ethereum, and then on Uniswap, and boom, boom, and there you go. If the fee's even lower than that, I mean, it's pretty nice. Let's just say the fee's like $22 as an example, right? 22 times 20, $440. Where like it's only 5%. It's only 5% of a fee, basically, if you just calculate it like that. So not too shabby, you know. You didn't have to cut me off. Okay, imagine if the greatest Hex villain CZ decided to defend Hex, so he reduces the fees to move Hex into DeFi with barely any. That'd be amazing. Hey, I wouldn't. I mean, hey, you never know. Things like it's best. Like I don't think CZ's that bad. So like hopefully, you never know. Also, you're getting some ETH, Liz. What? Oh, sorry. Dan Cole, Fancy Birds didn't have her words at 1 p.m. UTC. Any thoughts? I don't know. I haven't checked. I'd have to check. So I have to double check that, man. So let me know. I'll check by tomorrow, basically. I claimed my rewards yesterday or this morning. But actually, no, it was last night. So I should know. If I claimed last night and I still didn't have any today, then I'll know that, yeah, something happened. So I'll let you know. But Fancy Birds has been doing pretty good. The game's launching in about 3 days. Yeah, 3 days on the 16th. And it's going to be the first mobile game. It's I can't believe it's a fucking project that's launching an actual game, and it's actually launching. Like what? Like it's what crypto that's doing something. What? There is no way. There is no way we are having a game that actually launches something. Like Jesus. But yeah, they're anyone who was in the top 100 for liquidity providers in both like locked Fancy Bird token or the LP token, boom, you got whitelisted. So shing for anyone who got in, and or you begged online. They were trying to get they had some bullshit like hey, retweet this, and then because it's I think it was like the Lunar Festival or something to do with a Chinese festival, like retweet this and then use like basically write something in Chinese that how much you love the game. And I was like, fuck that, dude. Like, yo, like this, dude, I fuck heavy with Fancy Birds. Like, I really do. I like the project and stuff and everything like that. But like, bro, that's a bit like I just kneel on the ground and walk across a bunch of fucking a bunch of glass to get this whitelisting. Like, I'm okay, man. I'll just 51% attack it with money or something to get in. But yeah. But cool project. I think it's only available on mobile. No, yeah, it's only available on mobile, and it's for Android only, but you have to download it through a website and stuff. So it won't be on the Apple or the Google Play Store for a while. I think in terms of where it will launch first, it'll probably be the Google Play because there's less restrictions and stuff, and then eventually Apple, hopefully. But the thing is they're probably having some problems in order to make sure that fees go towards that side, and then Apple doesn't want to get gypped on money because of course they got to have their take, right? But yeah. Rough stuff. Hey, thanks for the course. A shout out for sure on Phantom Miguel enjoying Spooky Swap. You got any recommendations dropping all the hex in MetaMask for the photo or just holding some on the Ethereum? Wait, hold up. You recommend dropping all the hex in MetaMask for the photo or just holding some on the Ethernet? Yeah, just have it all in your MetaMask. It's the easiest way, or just have it on your Trezor or something like that. But yeah, just have it on your MetaMask. It's the simplest way. Done. My grandpa did it. It works today. It'll work tomorrow, basically. Yep. Okay, MTEL, what do you think of the possibility of PulseX having single stake function? I think it will. It will have probably some version of like an XBOO pool. I think that's what's going to end up happening, except it's going to be a little bit more simplistic where it's just like you deposit it here and you just get the yield. That's it. I don't think they're going as complex as XBOO, but if they did, pretty cool. I think that's really good because as soon as you do like that and then you release pools where then you can then earn yield on those coins, man, the token usually appreciates pretty decently. So pretty nice. Marin Gills, let's go on. Hey, Miguel, thanks for all the information. How should I play the UFC Strike? I got 5 packs, 5 nice. 6 contender packs, nice. And the reimbursement, nice. So basically you got 5 packs, 5 free packs, 6 free packs, and then all your money back. Should I hold or sell when the marketplace opens? I mean, you can't sell them anyway. I mean, you basically have to You can only sell when the marketplace opens. So it just depends. It just basically wait a couple days to see what's the hot stuff. And if you have anything good, hopefully you got Nungamo or whatever the hell that some of the rare cards are. And then you're just, dude, you basically just got a bunch of free coins for free, man. So like me too. I'm a one pack chump and stuff. And so what happened was like, it just took forever. I allocated like only so many hours in the morning, and then I had to leave for some family matters and stuff. So, I only got one pack, but I got one pack and a free pack, which is pretty cool. I think on the 15th, which is in 2 days, so February 15th, we're going to have another whole pack thing. So if you already got all your money back and stuff like that, you can just buy some more packs, but I think there's only 30,000 packs for sale. So, so I'm gonna try to get a couple more packs, hopefully. But that's really, really cool. One of the reasons why they also gave a free reimbursement for everybody is because some people figured out how to view some of the packs without opening them. So it kind of fucked it up, basically. So I know most people didn't do that, but some people did. So instead, they're like, fuck that. We're just giving everyone their money back. And then on these new packs, we fix it so they can't do that shit. So, yeah. Let's see. Richard seems to have shit on liquid loans in a stream a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, it's because like, look, he's not behind it. He's not auditing and stuff. So it could go bad. It can. Like, I'm not even. What the fuck is that noise? Jesus. Yeah. So it's just that sort of thing with that. Like, because I mean, he can only control what he has his hands on. If he doesn't have his hands on that and something goes bad, it's like, there's going to be rug pulls. There's going to be scams on the blockchain. You open a blockchain up and everyone gets to come in and stuff. You're going to get fucking asshats and cunts and assholes and bitches and shit and motherfuckers and these like, little man syndrome motherfuckers and shit, these little anonymous devs, and, shit could happen. So you just got to be careful, So I think liquid loans is going to do okay, but I mean, it's not, I don't know. It's an altcoin, and it's the first time we've ever had like a Hex altcoin and stuff, a real one that isn't like total shit and stuff. Like there's been some Hex copycats. I mean, get the fuck out of here with those Hex copycats. Every single one of them has gone to shit. I told everybody, don't fuck with any of that stuff. And there you go, people wasting their Hex to get this bullshit or free claiming crap. Nah, man, I'm good, bros. Yeah, I'm stem. Yeah, Shir Muhammad. Let's see. The airdrops for holding Toon T-Bomb t-shirt. Do you have any? Hold it for. Wait. Okay. The airdrops for holding Toon T-Bond or T-Share, do you have to hold it for 120 days or only when the airdrop happens? I think it was if you had held it when the snapshot happened. I should get it myself too, but I haven't heard any details when it's happening. But yeah, I think that's how it worked. And if it was a multi-day sort of thing, it could have been something like the stuff that happened for XJewel, where people got a certain allocation of Crystal token for Crystal Veil when it launches on AVAX, and I think in a week or two or less. And basically it was sort of like a daily thing, like, and then they give you a weighted average. Let's just say if you started with 100 XJewel, and then at the end of the period you had 1,000, you'd probably end up with like 400, 500 in terms of like what it counted as your XJewel weighted average, basically. But yeah. I call everyone buddy. No, it's all game. Red Squirrel. No, man, I'm just fucking with you, bro. Don't even give. Yo, man, let's go. Smash the like button, baby. Yeah, smash it, baby. Midnight stream, baby. It just hit midnight over here on the West Coast, the best coast. Damn, dude, this Barrilito's fucking good, dude. This you guys gotta buy this Puerto Rican rum, dude. Damn, this shit is good. I got this straight from Puerto Rico, man. Shit's hella good, dude. I actually went to the first place where they ever made pina colada. I highly recommend their fish there. The red snapper, my God, that was delicious. Like, man, oh my God, that shit was so good, man. Tyler Wang, baby, what's up, DCC? What's going on, man? Okay, Noel T. Hey, DCC, what do you think is the minimal investment on Hex should be after doing the course? Finally, gotten skeptical. At least a 20% allocation of your portfolio into Hex. Just start off and stuff, and then from there, once you check out the community, if you like it, you can then do a larger investment. But in terms of a dollar amount, and just so you don't get like chewed up by gas fees and stuff, and right now it's kind of cheap, like the fees are kind of low right now, it's kind of nice. I personally would probably do like, if I'm just trying to tippy toe in, kind of check it out and stuff, $1,000, $500. But basically, I did the math earlier. Let's just say the gas fee is like $30, then basically like a $700 amount of you have to buy $700 of Ethereum, then transfer that to your MetaMask, and then go on Uniswap, and then you buy Hex with that, and then that would only equate to maybe 5 to 7% of the money in gas fees. But then you would have your liquid Hex, which is good, and then you just leave it there on your MetaMask, and then you'll have the ability to get the photocopy or the snapshot, which happens at I think it happens in March, basically, the snapshot after the whole sacrifice phase ends on the 25th, which is in about 11 days. And yeah, which is pretty cool. So that's the way I would start, Noel. But obviously, like get a position in it. Right now, 20 cents is a really good price. If it goes lower, you can get a little more aggressive with it. But obviously, on DollarCostCrypto, I like to DCA in. But sometimes you got to ladder in, not just drip drop into places. So it's kind of based on that. But get a minimal amount in there. I don't know the size of your portfolio, so I can't give you exact recommendations and stuff, nor will I. I don't give financial advice, but there you go. Jack, the cats are worth triple my initial Phantom investment. Salute, Miguel. Hey, man, shout out, baby. Shit. It keeps on paying, man. It looks like cat owners are, because Magic Cats have basically become the gold standard NFT on Phantom. So by holding Magic Cats, we're getting like access to like pre-IDOs, we're getting access to airdrops, we're getting access to staking and stuff, dude. Like, it's good to be, shout out Pussy Gang, baby. Everyone's collecting their monkeys and cats. That's hella funny, man. Oh my god. Yo, GT3, what's going on, baby? What's up, Moon Gang? Yeah, this is the impromptu Moon Gang. What's going on? The Nuker, hey, DCC, Hex Jesus, what's up, man? Dogecoin Muhammad, what's going on? Yeah, thank you, man. Let's see. Just got some Hex right now. Gas is good. Dude, yeah, so a buddy of mine told me he unstaked a 2-year stake recently, and it, like actually a couple hours ago, it was like $144 or $120 for a 2-year stake. Usually he was paying $400. So the gas is low right now. That's really good. The Black Gentleman, DollarCostCrypto. Do you know any good LP yield farms for the .sama ecosystem similar to SpookySwap? I would I'll come back like on another stream. I'll look in. I'll try to look it in tomorrow when I wake up and stuff. But basically, yeah, there is some decent LPs and stuff. I think if you look on, well, I don't know about these. They're like, I don't know. The yield's not that great. It's not like crazy like the APR over there, on SpookySwap, but it's not terrible. If you want to get an allocation in there, like maybe you can look on Glimmer and stuff. There is like a Tomb Fork I've heard about that's on Glimmer or something like that, but like, it's pretty risky and stuff, and I've heard it's really hard to get your money in there and stuff. So just kind of be careful. Yeah. Still diamond fisting 7 cats. Damn, bro. That's aggressive, but yeah, I feel you, man. Rule of 7, baby. Tomb Swipes. Oh, it's out already. I'll check it out after the stream. Yeah. Roy, do you still like DeFi Kingdoms? Dude, I love it, bro. I mean, if you watch the beginning of the stream, I said I added 44% additional. I added 44% to my position. Yeah, I'm bullish as fuck on DeFi Kingdoms. I'm in it, bro. Deep. Talk me off the ledge, T-share hodler. I mean, just there you go. Just walk off, bro. It's not fucking with you. No, I think it's gonna do pretty well. But I mean, it's risky, It's just when the Felix exchange launches and stuff, they're going to have a bunch of need for Tomb tokens, so that's going to put the TWAP up, which is going to increase the price and stuff. So right now we're just stacking T-share while it's cheap. If you're into it, obviously, like I told people it was a safe. If you're gonna dabble in stuff, I said. I personally thought that Phantom Tomb was a much safer rendition than doing like Phantom T-share versus like the Masonry, obviously, right? Because anyone who did just Phantom Tomb is like up right now because they've been reproficating and earning a ton of rewards because the peg's only down like 2% at worst. So it's either like 98 cents to a Phantom or equal to Phantom. So right now I think it's paying about roughly 30% of a percent a day. So it's like pretty good. In 3 days you earn 1% of your position. So in a month you earn 30% of your position, and that equals in Phantom. So you could just sell the T-share you're getting as reward into Phantom, and you have in a month you have more Phantom, or repothecate it and just the payments become faster. So that's what I, if people wanted to do it, that's kind of what I said, that's the safest way to start. And then you start dabbling with casino chip money onto the other stuff if that's what you wanted to do. But, obviously you don't have to do that. But shout out Modern Life Dating, baby. Shit, what's going on, baby? Just for you. So low. Sir Galahad, save us, DCC. I'm on my way. I'm saving the market. Don't worry, man. One person at a time. JP Clayton. Hey, DCC, thanks for such an awesome job with the course. Hey, man. Thank you so much, man. I definitely put my heart and soul into it. I'm trying to make sure you guys don't make the same mistakes we did. And then, I'm watching out for you guys. It's my mission. Cry Tylus, hi there. It's been a while. Yes, it has. You have the fucking Citadel upside down. That's funny as hell, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Any thoughts on Celsius X and the plans for the cell tokenomics? I think it's going to get better. I mean, I recently decided to fuck it. I paid off one of my loans on Celsius, so I'm holding a sell position right now. I thought about maybe borrowing on it again, but I actually think the token's going to do pretty good this year. It's kind of honestly, they should have all the stuff that they're doing now should have been done last year. So it's almost like we just closed our nothing happened for a year, and then now they're okay, let's go do the tokenomics. I do think they're doing some pretty cool stuff. One thing I would like to see is possibly an allocation from the company's coffers and stuff in terms of sell tokens or something, or maybe USDC or something for incentivized yield farming, and that will bring up the token price pretty substantially. I think they recently onboarded some liquidity pools onto I think Matic on QuickSwap, and there's no yield farm, there's no farm. So why would people unless it's the team itself doing that, which is perfectly okay. I mean, they obviously company LPs was pretty decent, but it's that sort of thing where they need to incentivize some sort of yield farming and stuff. One thing I would have advised them on it, because I actually at one point I might have worked for them and stuff a long time ago and stuff, and then what I would have told them is I would have I would have probably been buying a ton of these governance tokens early on when they were dirt cheap, and then from there we could just vote in the use of the cell token and then cause emissions to go to cell token, and then have all these yield farming opportunities with a cell token, which would have drove the price up and have the price do very well. But who am I? Just nobody, right? I don't know shit, right? A little more baralito pa eso, man. You have to get me a little more drunk to talk about that, man. Let's add a little bit more of that. And let's put a little bit, I'm out of that. Let's put a little bit. Yeah, baby. Just top that bitch up. Shoo. Pero salud. Todos esos pinches cabrones que no entienden. Ay, cabrón, damn, I made that shit strong. Shoo. But yeah, I think it's actually going to do pretty decent and stuff. It's just going to lazily go up and stuff. They are doing pretty cool stuff. They've added kind of features of if you have a minimum of 25,000 cell tokens, you permanent status. It's permanent status on the platinum league, or the platinum status on the cell token, that means you get the maximum amount of yield for staking your tokens, which is really cool for the whales. But I think they still have if a decent percentage of your token supply is cell token, you still have the platinum status, which is cool. So hey, they're doing stuff now. They're starting to work at that. And the company's very profitable, very large. I think it still has more assets under management than actually Crypto.com. I think they have decided to copy a couple of things from Crypto.com, but they are coming up with these app swaps and stuff. But that should have been brought up last year, but they're putting them now. So it's better late than never. I mean, I still like the company. I got my position in the tokens. It just is what it is, But I think it might go up and stuff. So I mean, I got into Celsius pretty cheap, obviously. So I got into it between 10 to 30 cents is my average purchase price. So, and I've held it for a long time. So yeah, that's how you make money in crypto, man. You get into good projects that you think are going to have a long-term thing. The business did very well. and now they're starting to focus on the token. Honestly, like if I'm gonna give a really honest thing about Celsius, if Celsius had not ignored its community, this is why I say the box, right? What's the most important thing? The fucking community. Number one most important fucking thing, the community. Making sure the people who buy your token actually like you and do good by them. And then you do good magically. Like, wow. Fucking rocket science. You make a bunch of people rich and then they love you. Right? But yeah. So yeah, so if they had potential, if they had done stuff to the token and it, really focused more on actually customer acquisition on the retail side instead of the institutional side. But I know what they're doing. They're locking in their bag, and I got it. But the retail side, the token would have done much better, and the token would have done better, more retail engagement. They would have got more people into it. The token could have done much better, and then the platform could have grown even faster. Like honestly, they were in first in the league and stuff. Like I mean, Crypto.com was kind of a joke, honestly, compared to Celsius, especially against all the other incumbents and stuff that they were competing against and stuff like BlockFi and I forget the other one. But yeah, that should let you know. I can't even barely remember the name of the other one. Like that's how bad it is. And they were in first place from that, and then now Crypto.com passed them up in terms of like where Crypto.com is right now. We're like it should be Celsius commercials on the Super Bowl, not Crypto.com. They fucked up, but hey, they're trying to make good right now. So I mean, I'm giving them a chance and stuff, but it's just that sort of thing. Yeah. Didn't have to cut me off. Didn't have to lean now. So I'm skipping through all the comments. DeFi Kingdoms LP is dumb. I mean, dude, I'm killing it, bro. So I mean, shit, making all this fucking money. I know how to yield farm, son. Let's see. All right, ETH Lizard Miguel. Wait, what? ETH Lizard Miguel. GameFi Guild you mentioned in Q1 are all. Wait, what? Wait. GameFi Guild you mentioned in Q1 are all over it on top of alongside. Yeah, so I think it's Palomos. Yeah, Palomos is a great. I think they don't have a token yet, so but they're going to have a token pretty soon. I think they're going to have a balancer sale. I think in a couple months or so. They're going to announce it at some point. I'm actually going to do an interview with actually Palomos, Sasha in a couple days or so. We're still ironing. Obviously, like, here's the problem: is like everybody, dude. I hate this time zone shit. Like that's why I got that loser shit on the clock right there. Like because fuck all these time zones, dude. It's so annoying to like schedule stuff. And it's not their fault or my fault. It's just everybody is in different time zones. And like if you're in Australia, it's 17 hours. It's like it's the next dude. 17 hours from now, dude. Like, damn, that's wild. Like watch this. So I got this little. Let me see. I got this little app on my phone right here, right? Like tells me the time zones and stuff, right? So if Jesus Christ, computer. All right, so in New York, it's 3:15 in the morning. Tokyo, it's 5:15 in the afternoon. In London, it's 8:15 in the morning. In Dubai, it's 12:15 in the afternoon. And in Australia, it's 7:15 in the afternoon. Dude, what? And it's like midnight over here on the West Coast. But yeah, Palomos is a great coin. I think what's a great project and stuff. It's gonna have a cool coin. I'm gonna invest in it personally as well because I'm investing heavily into GameFi. I think it's gonna be the next wave in crypto and stuff, and I'm investing heavily into it. And that's just is what it is. None of you gotta have to follow me into that, but I'm personally doing that with my own funds. Obviously, Hex and Pulse Chain and everything. I've done very heavy investments into those ecosystems and to the burgeoning ecosystems, and I will continue to foster and protect and water those babies and help people from getting wrecked. But yeah. Maki, what's going on? Very insightful. Thanks. I don't have the relocation plan, but I also hope it's pretty slow down. Hey, Portugal, son. If you're in the EU, Portugal doesn't sound too shabby. I'm just saying Portugal is kind of sick. They got all the big titty chicks over there, man. Will crypto recover once tax season is over? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, dude. There's always money to be made, even during this down, dude. Like anyone who's been yielding and doing stuff like that has been killing it, dudes. Like, bros, like it's insane. What is the yield usually on single-sided staking? So I can only really attest to maybe AVAX and I would say Phantom, but usually the APR on the lowest end is about 20% APR, but usually it's about 40% APR, which is that's very good APR. During times when things are kind of crazy, especially when a project's new and they got higher admissions, the APR is usually anywhere from 140 to 220% APR, which is pretty insane. Then once it calms down, it gets somewhere in the mid hundreds and it starts getting to 80, and then it stays usually between the 40s and 60s. And during turbulent times, it shoots up to more the 80s to 100s. And then as people get more confident, the APR goes down because people were holding it, but then the price goes up. So people who held during those bad times have more coins, and then they're richer, and then we're just Lamboing out. Yeah. Let's see. I think it's at least 2% chance of any significant incursion. Super costly. I think most would see as an indication. Literally, I don't know what this word right here means because I don't know. Dunsdeck, Luthadux, Carvet. Literally don't know what those are, but like I believe you, bro. Sure. And let's see. You can't exclude some false flags from the I'm saying. I mean, I wouldn't be, something, there's a false flag people don't even talk about a lot, right? Well, not even a false flag, but just like, it's probably going to happen at some point is that, I think like Fidel Castro's brother is still like controlling Cuba. I think when that dude dies of natural causes, the United States is probably going to go, take that bitch over and make that into a colony like Puerto Rico and stuff. So at some point, you guys, Cuban cigars to a store near you. Gonna bring them some gonna bring them some freedom. Not gonna say nothing on that. Anyway, I'm gonna skip forward to the comments because like I'm so behind you guys. Right now, I'm 18 minutes behind in the comments, so I'm just skip to the beginning. Oh yeah, shout out Pussy Gang. But yeah, Discord for cats. Tall, dark, and fit. Basically, you just go to Spooky Swap, the Spooky Swap Discord, and then in there's a whole cat NFT section. So there you go, baby. Let me skip to the front. Titties for the win. That's correct, sir. Bram. Hey Miguel, what is your thoughts on Crab Data or Ada? Crab Data Ada. I think it's pretty cool. I actually don't think this is like that's one of the few games. That's the first like app I've seen on AVAX where I was like, "Yo, it's not bad." Checked it out. I think Alf the Nemesis talked about it and stuff. So shout out to Alf. What's going on, brother? Actually, I think that was a really good pick. The only problem is like it's a little expensive for most people to get into it because the NFT right now I think you have to buy a certain like amount of NFTs to get into it. And last time I checked, so obviously I haven't checked since the course, but last time I checked, it was like $3,000, $4,000 to get an NFT, and by NFT I mean game character. So they pay $3,000 or $4,000 to buy a game character in order to actually start earning yield, and the yields are pretty nice. But for some people, they may not have they may overextend themselves a little bit by investing that much into the game and stuff. So obviously, just do your research and be careful and stuff. But the yields are pretty juicy on it. And I don't think it's a terrible thing. And like I'm super bullish on GameFi. Right now, like it's all about yield season, and as long as the project doesn't go down in price and you're earning coins, it's pretty early right now. But it's like what the feeling I'm getting is almost like we're in the early days of Decentraland Sandbox from back in 2020. And it's just that sort of thing right there. So it's not a terrible thing. It just takes a little bit. I personally haven't invested in it yet, just because I just haven't I got back from a business trip. That's where I was. That's where I was gone the whole week, kind of like last minute. So I had to take a trip and stuff. And yeah, I'll look more into it and stuff. But it's just like wow, it's there's so much games and stuff. But I'm investing heavily into a lot of games right now. So yeah. Yeah, for sure. But I hate that. Like, nah. EST is lit. Yeah, but PST is better, sir. Yeah. Shit. What's up, Tex Hex? Shit. Are these hex dumpers ever going to run out of ammo? Make them stop DCC? I mean, if they're staked, then no, basically, because every year that they're staked, they get 20% more hex to dump. It's that sort of thing. It's just a certain point. It's like basically it's whales making sure that the leaderboard doesn't move for the hack the PulseX sacrifice phase, right? But as soon as that phase is over, I think that's when the breaks. So you got to imagine we've had literally a month and a half long sacrifice phase. That's wild. That is wild. But since that's happened, there's a lot of coins that are out of circulation, which is really good. So it's like, so if 20% extra coins are released every year, and there's only a 3.6%, 3.69% inflation rate of those coins. So you really like, as long, I think more than 4% of the, like, if more than 4% of the supply has been put away because of these sacrifice phases, that's really good for the supply. So less and less people have less and less hex. So and more people are staking out longer because the t-shirt price goes longer. Eventually, there's kind of a pulling effect where people have less liquid hex until their stakes come out, but they deserve that because they staked it out. It's just that sort of thing. So at some point, yeah, they'll get exhausted. I think they're pretty close to being exhausted right now because it's like every time it goes, if it went to 15 cents, I just go, bah! I would just like, bruh, like fucking buy, like bruh. Dude, if Hex just flash crashed to a penny, the whole fucking kitchen sink, Barolitos going in. I'm like, how much you give me this $10? Done. Bam, toss it into. I would fucking like ape. Like, I'm like, my Ethereum bag, goodbye. Goodbye. I would single-handedly pump that bitch up to 20 cents with my own money. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, this Barolito's good. God damn. But yeah. Don't worry, I'm here to protect you guys. Let's see. Hey, smiley face, Avi. Miguel, what is your takes on Ultra? I don't have an opinion on it. I don't really know too much about it. Ultra, let me look it up. Can't even find it. Wait, Ultra. Ultra. Oh, it's on. So myself, personally, I know this is kind of like, it just is what it is, but I typically stay away from Binance Chain. It's just there's a lot of rugs over there and stuff, and it's just problems all the time. But that's just a personal thing of myself. If I miss out on gains, I miss out on gains, but I'm perfectly okay. I can live with myself with that. I've been able to find very good projects outside of that. I personally, I'm not saying anything bad about the project. I just don't know much about it. It's on Binance Chain, so yeah. I'll true a pump and dump by certain YouTuber. Yeah. Well, there you go. Beware. Hey man, thanks, bro. 1 cent hex. Oh my god, lol. Yeah. Didn't mean to scare the market, you guys. That's more of just me being greedy. Sorry. RIP, baby. I'd be like, anyway, that'd be juicy. Yeah. Let's see. Miguel's shovel. Oh, thanks, bro. Miss out on gains? Hell no. Fucking Miguel's shovel. You guys are fools. I'm low key bagging up Atari token. It's a sleeper. Well, let's look at it. Atari. Let's look at Atari. There's Ultra. Was it 8 cents? Pump. Let's look at this bullshit. Let's see. Max. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. What did it go to? 33 cents. And then, well, that'll 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 do it. Yep. What is it? What am I looking for again? Damn, I'm getting a little tipsy. My bad. Shit. Oh, Atari. Oh. Atari, let's see. Atari, 3 cents per token, $50 million market cap, fully diluted, 65 million. That's not the worst fully diluted I've seen. A lot of the token supplies out. That's not the worst. So that's kind of not terrible in terms of fully diluted versus market cap. Usually you see bullshit where like $49 million market cap, fully diluted evaluations like a $3 billion, $5 billion. And like, all right, yo, bros, that's a bit much. Let's look at the price. Let's look at max. Yeah, that's not good. It's going down. But Atari's got the namesake and stuff like that. I mean, whether they can capitalize on that stuff and do some other dude, what the fuck? Down 95% from all-time highs. It can't go lower, Miguel. Well, you can keep going lower. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Hey man, I mean, if you got any news on it, man, DM it to me on Twitter, man. I'm if I see a glimmer of hope in this and shit, I'll talk about it for sure. But like, I gotta be swayed to the dark side of Atari. When $14, probably this year. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised the way they're doing. I mean, like they get a lot of cool stuff done and stuff. I mean, I think the token's gonna do pretty good this year. Holds up. Didn't have to cut me off. That's right, Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy? What's going on? Shout out to Bryant too, man. What's going on, baby? It's almost Tomb Tuesday. It really almost is, man. Hex Tex. Let's see. Let's see. Throwaway 8080. Thoughts on Ronin Network? Staking seems pretty okay. I haven't checked out the staking, if I'm being honest. So I don't really want to like. I'll look into it. Ronin. I mean, I'll just go back to it, so if I'll remember. But I mean, here we can check out a little bit of Ronin real quick in terms of stuff, just because I want to be able to show you guys. So there's this wonderful app called DeFi Llama. Not to be accused of snail, but let's look at DeFi Llama dashboard. So you go here, TVL rankings. This rates crypto right now. So obviously we had tops over here of base. What's the all-time high? Yeah, like they basically $254 billion, and right now we're at 200. Yeah, so we're down a little bit, but not too shabby. Phantom's done pretty good. Obviously, this pump right here was based off of all the people trying to get the airdrop, or not the airdrop. Well, the snapshot, basically. That should let you know, like, watch, this is actually a good thing. So imagine this was Hex. The snapshot's coming. Oh my God, Hex price, bro. And then the day after, bro. So snapshot. Remember that, okay? Still higher than it was, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? But I remember right, I mean, before all the announcement of all the project of, like, I think it was like 0x or whatever the hell, the V333 air announcement and stuff with like Andre, the TVL was at 6 billion, so we're 2 billion up, so 33% more money, still more in Phantom, not bad. But in terms of like that other chain, Ronin, let's check out Ronin. There's Cardano Dex, which is about $620 million. That's not bad. That's not that terrible and stuff in terms of money, but it's only one project that we've seen so far. So I just need a little more information on Ronin and stuff. But hey, man, there might be decent yield on there. Who knows, man? But we'll check it out some other day. Atari that has a gaming, yeah. Or somebody took over Atari and then you use the name and then do that. But like, there's some bullshit with like somebody. I mean, I ain't gonna even say his name and shit. Somebody bought Radio Shack and is making a coin out of it. That's fucking stupid. Y pinche pendejadas, dude. If caen para esa pinche mamadas, dude, then ahí se va a desaparecer tu pinche dinero. So look at the estoy diciendo, so careful. Be careful, you guys. I mean, like Radio Shack, you guys. Like, let's all in on Radio Shack, you guys. Come on, let's do a Radio Shack token. What are those cards on top of your clock? Oh, those are my Pepes. Those are my Pepe mascots, actually. Let me see if I can get them for you. My little Pepe clocks. So there's a little Pepe right there and stuff. Obviously, weighted pull-ups, actually really good for you. Actually, pretty good. That's a solid workout thing. Just get yourself a dip belt. Awesome. And then, of course, the Knight of Pepe. At some point, I'm actually thinking about making a show called The Knights of Pepe and stuff like that, which would be pretty nice and stuff. So I might make a Knights of Pepe one day as an actual like a weekly show where I have a bunch of dudes out there, and I'll make cartoon versions of myself and other guests as Pepe warriors, as Pepe warriors and stuff. It'd be really cool. I mean, like little stuff like it's like I will defend your honor against these fucking trolls, or like. The dip you will pass no more. I am Lord Pepe. But yeah. All right. Miguel Shovel, the whole tool shit army in the comments. Oh, fuck, bro. Come on. Don't do that to me, son. Oh, Jesus Christ. Utility Will. You're a legend. Thanks for the course. Hey. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. And make sure to sign up for the next one. I can't wait to say when the next one will be, but it's not too far. It's not a month away, but like 2 months away, probably 3. But yeah. One more day, baby. Yeah. Shout out Jeremy, man. That guy's G. Let's see. Hex price dump after pulse chain snapshot. Wait, yes, it will. Yeah, there'll be a pump. I mean, there'll be a pump for the snapshot and a dump as well. Probably 50%, 60% dump. And then after that, a couple days of just kind of meh, that's a good time to buy in. You see a 50, 60% dump on Hex. This is me. Like that. All my money. Like that. All right, Sir Galahad. That's kind of a nice name. DCC, do you have any thoughts on potential plays in mind when DeFi Kingdoms and Crystal Veil launches? Yeah, actually. So in terms of potential plays, in terms of the yield, right? A lot of people will be onboarding their Jewel over to Crystal Veil. There'll be single-sided staking in the bank in Crystal Veil that we paid out in Crystal token, which is pretty cool. There also will be Jewel Crystal and a bunch of other sort of things like that. I actually think the Crystal token, at least for the first bit, is actually going to outgain Jewel in price for a while because of the limited supply. So everyone's going to be anyone who had any Jewel in the bank. So there's like, I think there's two. Wait, let me think. There might have been like 3 snapshots or 3 airdrops, basically. One for people who hold Gen Zeros and some heroes, I think. Then there's another one, which was a bigger one, which was the LP token. So anyone who had any LP tokens got a snapshot and then got a weighted average. And then the biggest one, which was the X Jewel, which is the bank, right? So you deposited Jewel in the bank, created X Jewel, and you essentially got some of the trading rewards and the fees and stuff like that. The more X Jewel you had, the minimum viable product for that was basically you had 100 X Jewel, which was at the time, I think even now, I think it's like 160 Jewel tokens staked in the bank, which you could withdraw at any point for no penalty or anything like that. And you got a certain snapshot amount for Crystal token. So depending on how much you had of any of these 3 in the combination, you're going to get a certain amount of airdrop of Crystal token, and that'll be the total supply at that point. And then there'll be an emission schedule in the LP tokens in terms, just like how Crystal and stuff. So some people are going to be doing Crystal 1 token, some going to do Crystal AVAX and all that other jazz. And there's going to be its own little mini system. But the in terms of tokenomic difference between Jewel token and Jewel, the Crystal token only has a quarter of the supply of Jewel. So as a matter of fact, let's take a little look real quick, just so we can take a look. Didn't have to cut me off. Let's look at Jewel token. You spell Jewel and you get it. So right now it's about $7.36. That laughed a little hard at that. It's about $7.36, so it's pretty decent. Market cap's almost $500 million. Yeah, fully diluted 3.6, still pretty cheap, I think. Circulating supply 66 million. So let's just say the total supply is this right here, right? So if I take let's see, let's take a calculator and the total, let's just take 337,269, 759 divided by 4, I'm sorry. And you get a total supply of Crystal token being $84,317,439.08 tokens or something, or 80 cents or something like that. Basically, so you have an $84.3 million supply, and then you probably have a very smaller supply of that. So during that time, because there's so limited tokens on the Crystal token, they're probably gonna have a nice price appreciation. At a certain point, there'll be a glut of tokens, so somebody will dump it, and then it'll crash really bad. DeFi Jewel will just hold on. So Jewel's gonna be more of the steady Eddie, like slowly, nice and go up. Because what I do like about the Jewel DeFi tokens, sort of tokenomics, is that everything is about the Jewel token. Still, it's cool to have these other tokens, but the Jewel token is going to be the consistent. It's the reserve currency, basically. It's the gold of the system and stuff, which is pretty cool. So I like DeFi Kingdoms quite a lot. Obviously, there'll be times I'm going to be playing pretty heavy. I'll probably do something like a Jewel Crystal LP, which is going to be pretty oversubscribed at some point. But hey, I'm going to keep doing it. Get a bunch of my free jewels and my free jewel airdrop, and at some point the price fucking shoots up on Crystal. I'll start DCAing out, buy a bunch of jewel. When the price crashes, I'll buy some more Crystal when on the cheap, and just rinse and repeat. Just keep making money and just keep doing this thing. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, let's see. Oh, Cody, what's going on, bro? I like hearing DCC swearing in Spanish. Yeah, a la puta, cabrón. Se le mete. Let's see. I need a Pepe tattoo. Definitely, man. You look like a pirate, man. Nice. Whew. I approve. Thank you, sir. Deuces Vault. How much for a PSA 10? I'm a little lost on that, but I know PCA 10 in terms of the grading scale, so I don't know. In the name of Harry Yay, Tomb Fork shitcoinery away. That's right. Chaotic. I thought the Pepe was getting hanged. Sell your bags for a new camera. We're supposed to concentrate on this beautiful face. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to be this sexy at midnight, you know, but I do it pretty good. I'm a little sad right now. One of my other Rolexes broke, so I had to go fix it. They told me fucking 4 months to get it back. 4 months. I'm like, what? There's no way to fix it? There's no way to go faster? No. Fine. The Knights of Pepe, Guardians of the Shoe Island. Hey, definitely, man. Will the Pepe Nets combine into a Pepe Voltron at some point? At some point. All right, Kentless should make a drown that looks like that plimp. What? I'm lost. Lasse Rafrayan. Have you tossed your CFI coin? Sell? Nope, I have not. I still have I guess I have 2 CFI coins. I have Celsius token and I have Vesper still. Still holding both. I'm playing in long term on those. Like, I'm not hurting for it, you know, and I got in at good prices, I think. Well, Vesper, not that I DCA down basically, but you know, I have a position in a certain number that I think is cool, and I'm just like big chilling on it, basically. The Knights of Pepe is an epic guild name. I mean, maybe I might make a Palomos guild. Knights of Pepe, baby. Let's get it. Crypto mindset. Let's get it. Hey, DCC. Oh, what's up? East West Connect. What's going on, bro? Hey, DC, do you think Phantom is a good long-term hold? I think, well, in terms of long-term hold, so obviously I wouldn't hold during the bear market. Fuck that shit, right? But afterwards, I think it's going to do pretty good. But I'd have to see what's kind of going on in the background and everything like that. So there's been some stuff. I found out a couple things about certain government agencies being in certain things here and there on a lot of ecosystems, and I'm wondering where Cardin's going to lay at some point. I'll talk about it in the next course and stuff, some of that stuff. But yeah, I do think Phantom is good. But obviously, like, you know, when a bear market, when it's really down the shitter and it's like, depending on how it goes, let's just say it goes to like $30 or something like that, and it crashes 80% down or more and 90% down, you know, it could be like, actually could be the same price it is right now. And yeah, it's pretty decent. At that point, that's where I would ape in, get a good position, yield farm, do all that good jazz, and then rocket back up, and then boom, just gold grilling, you know. Crystal Jewel. Yes, Crystal Jewel. Arr, what's going on, Pistol P? What's going on, baby? Fallout Zone RIP. Yes, sir. Throwaway. Can't even buy a new Rolex. Gotta wait 6 months for a new watch. Yeah, dude. Rolex. I just got lucky. I had this is actually my original Rolex right here. I don't know if you could here. I can take this off. So this is the original Rolex I got. It's a Submariner and stuff. I always wanted a Submariner Rolex and stuff. This is the two-tone gold. And yeah, it's a really nice watch. There you go. So I really like this watch and stuff. It's really cool. It works really well. The other watch, what ended up happening is, I don't know how, but one of the gears inside kind of like got out of place. So it was not, I couldn't wind it and stuff. So if you really watch, like if you really leave a Rolex for like more than 3 days without moving it around or something, what ends up happening is it'll just stop moving. So then you have to turn it off. And then you have to take it off and then basically unplug it and then self-wind it about, you have to spin the little dial right here about like 25 to 30 times and then set the time. And then from there, your watch is working. And then while you're moving around, there's this little half pad that moves up and down like this that basically that kind of winds your clock. So as you're wearing it, it winds it. That's why like Richard Hart in his videos, he has like this kind of plaque or this kind of like a box where you can put multiple Rolexes and they spin it. There's a reason for the spin. The spin is so it charges your watches. So because as you get more and more watches, you can't wear them all. It isn't like you can wear two Rolexes here, two Rolexes here, and just walk around all day like that. At some point, you're going to probably wear one watch more than the other, and one of the watches is going to uncharge itself from the self-winding. So by being on a winder that kind of tilts it every couple of hours, it keeps the watch working. So when you decide to put it on, you don't have to change the time again, and then you just put it on, and then boom, you go. But yeah, so I just got lucky. I just walked into the store and found a bluesy, and I was like, "Fucking hey!" I'm like, "All right, I'll take it," and I took it. But yeah, these Rolexes, I mean, this is probably like this is pretty heavy. So I've worn both the like all the versions of this. Yeah, the more gold, the more heavier it is, obviously because it's gold. But this is it's pretty heavy watch. It's a really good watch. I like this one a lot. Surprisingly enough, since I wore the Submariner, like I put on quite a lot of like Daytonas. The Daytonas are fucking like, personally to me they look fucking small. I know people like go crazy the Panda and all this other crazy shit about the Daytonas and stuff, but I put on the Daytonas and shit. They're not that heavy, and on top of that, I mean, which is fine, but like the size, they look kind of like pipsqueak to me, like compared to this one. And I put both of them on and stuff, and like. Yeah, but the Daytona is cool, but it's not like it's a lot smaller of a watch than I personally thought and stuff. I also have another Oyster, like another one as well, but yeah. Let's see, Pepe NFTs coming soon. One day to a store near you. $30 Phantom, baby. Yeah. Submariner gang. Yeah, shout out, man. I've always wanted a Submariner. It's so cool. And they actually have a cool little feature too. You can kind of unbuckle them when you open them up. So they actually have this little thing right here. So you can actually expand them out or take them back in. So it's kind of a cool feature where there's some Rolex watches where they're kind of stuck in. So you'd have to take off one of these little tubes right here in order to get it around your wrist, and you have to choose on the left or right side. So if you take one off on this side, you have to take one off on that side. So it'd be kind of symmetrical on your wrist, because if you take two from the wrong side, you end up having your watch naturally. Let me take this off. You'd have your Rolex kind of going like this naturally if you just kept taking from two sides, or like this too much. So, but you have to be kind of symmetrical with it. And then from there, then you can attach it. But the cool thing about this is because it's kind of adjustable, you just kind of fuck around with it, either like extend it out, because you're like, the reason it's called the Submariner is because some people would actually scuba dive and actually go underwater with this, so it's waterproof. So if you have the bolt tightened all the way down, I mean, it's pretty much good for about 1,000 feet. Obviously, most people wouldn't go scuba diving with a fucking watch, but some people do, actually, kind of crazily enough, right? And so, you can just adjust it down. You snap, like, watch, I don't know if you can hear. You snap it, and then you just push this down, like up, down, and then snap it in, and then you can just put it on your wrist. So depending on the size of your wrist, you snap it in, like, and then you go, boom, and then there you go. It's pretty fucking sick watch. I like it a lot. Let's see. Did you ever take a look in the fan? Dude, I did not, dude. I'm sorry. It's because like right after that, I was on the road, so I got to. It's on my list, dude. My list is getting long, but I'll look into it, man. I really will. If you buy, if you buy expensive watches, you have to expect expensive repairs. Don't go cheap, otherwise you won't buy such a watch in the first. Well, yeah, of course. I took it to Rolex itself. So it was Rolex's problem. They actually sold me a brand new watch, literally like brand new, and it's something that was going on with it. So obviously, because usually when you buy the watches, they're always self-wind. So when they sell it to you, why would I? Because you're not, if your watch is like, when your watch stops, then you can self-wind it. You don't really want to wind it up while it's still ticking, because you could fuck it up by that, or you could over tighten it. So what ended up happening is that because something what they sold to me wrong and stuff, so over time, like over the past the weeks, it kind of lost charge in a way. So you set it to the correct time, and then the next day you wake up, it'd be 4 or 5 hours off. So it's like, yeah. Richard Hart says, don't replace the batteries with Rolex watches because it wears other gears. He says, not even, yeah, well, it was new, so they're going to fix it for me, all of it. So yeah, it's all under. So I didn't have to pay a single thing. It was just because it's under warranty. Like those watches are under warranty for like 10 years. I think for like 10 years. Yeah. Bob the Builder is hot. What? I'm gonna ban your ass. Block user. Peace, motherfucker. When RM? I'm lost on that. RM what? Taurus, howdy DCC. We'll be seeing you this time in Vegas for the Hex conference. Actually, I think I will be there. Yeah, so I just got to know the fucking dates, and I'll be out there. You see, a Vegas one is a lot like last time. I was going to go to the first Vegas conference and stuff that Maddie threw and stuff, but it landed right in the middle, like right before the course started, and we needed prep time. And then we were also doing a ton of like interviews, so I just couldn't. I really, really, really wanted to do it, but yeah, it sucks. But like I wanted to go. I really wanted to go. So I will be attending, and then I'll talk to Maddie and stuff too. I'll try to be a speaker at the conference as well and stuff. So yeah, shout out to anyone who wants to go to the Hex conference. Shout out to Maddie. Hey, right. Anyone have any insight why Spooky and PaintSwap show my Magic Cat I own but can't get to show in my MetaMask? Well, yeah, because you own it. You own a receipt of it in there, but it's in the Meta. It's the same thing with like it's the same thing if you had it on OpenSea. You have to go to OpenSea. You have to go to some third-party viewer site to see it, but you have it in the MetaMask. Let's see, Abel Gatti. What's the end goal of Phantom Ecosystem? A ton of stuff is built in already, but it's all about yield farming. I don't see any projects having actual value besides yield. No, there's a lot of projects and stuff. I mean, we're in a financial sort of thing where people are trying to get more coins. People are trying to own products that do sort of things. It's about governance tokens and stuff like that. There's games coming out on their NFT platform, but that's what crypto is right now. But I see more and more stuff coming online. Right, they're borrowing and lending markets. We're in a money game, is what crypto is. Pistol P Rolex watches appreciate in value. No, definitely they do, dude. I mean, I got this one for a pretty decent price. I think I'm thinking so far, I'm up like 1,000 or 2,000 on this one right now. So that's pretty good. I got one for my girl the other day and stuff. That one is insane. The one we got it for that one we got for a fucking amazing price. We're up like $20,000 on that watch. Fucking crazy. Fucking nice. Didn't have to cut me off. But chaotic what? Banhammer, definitely nice, very good. Be gone. Let's see, Richard Mill. I'm a little biased now just because what Richard Hart said on Richard Mills and stuff. But yeah, it did seem kind of fucking pretty gigantic to me. And honestly, like at the end of the day, people always know what a Rolex is. And like you're literally wearing. A lot of people are wearing Rolexes because they're Rolexes. It's like I got a Lambo, I got a Ferrari, because what? They're Lambo and a Ferrari. That's why you do it, Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Read an article today where they deduced the experience of to earn model innovates and play to earn what adoption. Any thoughts? Let me read that again. Experience to earn model PD, which innovates on the play to earn model, would lead to mass global. It can. It's just experienced. It's just basically what that means is like you're going to grind even more to get stuff. Where like play to earn, it's almost the same fucking thing. Like experience to earn. It just basically means on the admission, like how much does that person have to work to get stuff that's worth money and stuff. But someone has to pay money for that stuff. So it's like what's going on is like you do need this is where you need whales. You need people with money to like invest into the game to get that place popping. But hey, I'm gonna put the countdown timer one more time. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Boom! And then I'm back. Hit the like button. Witness smack. What the rock is cooking. Anyway. Shoo! All right, let's get to more questions. This is my favorite thing to do AMAs, baby. Let's go slam. What's going on? Hey, Miguel, can you please explain the bridging process to buy Pulse Chain from Ethereum? What will be the ETH token on the Pulse side be named Pulse Chain? So you will. So when the snapshot happens, which is basically just a photocopy, it takes a picture of the entire Ethereum ecosystem and then ports it over to the Pulse Chain ecosystem. So you will receive one Pulse Chain token, which isn't a lot of money. It's like fractions of pennies, fractions of pennies per each Ethereum. So the reason for this is basically so whales in Ethereum don't get a bunch of free Pulse Chain token and they can just start fucking up the supply and messing up the price. But it's also there too, so people who have a couple Ethereum also have some money to pay transaction fees in order to like trade around and stuff. So it's pretty fair. I mean, obviously, I would have gone with a little bit extra than that. But hey, this is what it is. It gives you enough money. So we're like, if you have an Ethereum or even a fraction of Ethereum, it'll give you some Pulse Chain, and then you'll be able to transact on the Pulse Chain ecosystem, which is pretty cool. In terms of the bridging process to buy Pulse Chain from Ethereum, once the Pulse Chain launches, there'll be a 3-day phase where you will not be able to buy Pulse Chain because the ecosystem will be closed off. Then there'll be something called the bridge phase. When the bridge opens, you'll be able to then bridge over. So just like if you haven't seen, go look at Spooky Swap. You'll be able to hit a bridge. You'll port over your Ethereum and make it a P Ethereum. And then that P Ethereum, you'll be able to trade that for Pulse Chain token or P Hex, PulseX, or any other maybe liquid loans when it launches on there, and all kinds of different types of tokens and stuff, which is pretty cool. That's how you'll be able to buy it. And you'll buy it basically on the PulseX exchange, which will be links and stuff. And yeah, so if you don't know what you're doing, then just sign up to hex.com and go to all the other Telegram groups. Go look up. I would go to like maybe nomics and go look pulsechain.com or go to hex.com. And there, if you scroll down to the website, there'll be a lot of links down there. Slam. There you go. Pistol P, what's going on? Thoughts on Brush and the Phantom ecosystem? I think it'd be pretty decent, but if there's competition in the future. But right now, it is the premier place for NFTs on the not the Pulse chain, on the Phantom ecosystem and everything, which is pretty cool. But because it's been around for such a long time, it does have market dominance. But if Andre came out with its own OpenSea or some shit, it could become number 2. But I think it still can do really well because it could do pretty. I mean, it could just onboard. The NFT system's pretty good, and a lot of people like Brush. They've been really cool. It's been pretty smooth, and I like them too. I mean, it's pretty decent ecosystem. But anytime when you get if you were to get Andre, because Andre said he was going to essentially fork OpenSea, he may decide not to do it anymore. But if he does, that's obviously going to hurt Brush in the short term, and then over long term, they'll be competing against each other because they'll be like the old incumbent versus the new one. But I think Brush has got a solid sort of team and stuff, and I think the tokenomics are okay, so it should be okay. When Super Bowl commercial, they don't really have to, really. Yes, they sell them so fast, it's insane. Beer. Let's see. Should I convert my bag of an altcoin to Hex even if there's a 30? Wait. Should I convert a bag of an altcoin into Hex if there's a 30% sale tax? So basically, okay, I don't give legal tax advice, and this is like, you got to think that's got to be your decision of your own. If you're down on the coin, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on it because you've taken a loss. If you're in profit and you decide to do that, then it's really up to you. But Hex is a pretty good coin, and I see in terms of in terms of potential for short term, I think you do pretty good in price and stuff. So, but obviously, I'm not the one to let you know on that. But I mean, I fuck with Hex heavy. And you'll do more with that Hex than most other altcoins. Magic Cat floor is 550 fucking. Yo, a 5.5x on that original investment. Shout out to anyone who bought fucking Magic Cat's pussy gang. What's going on, baby? What altcoin? What? Sell the cat? No, not yet. I mean, I'm not selling. I haven't sold a single cat. There's just too much stuff going on. If I were to sell cats, I'd wait until after like the airdrop or the IDO and all that other stuff for like Reaper or something. Myself. 33 will Clemente lurkers. That's correct. Will Clemente. Let's see. What is the most effective way to see when whales are buying and selling, or to see the biggest daily transactions on the day? So it depends. So obviously, you go to Phantom, like FTM scan, or you go to Ether scan, basically on the contract for whatever coin you're using. There's also, you can use Uniswap v3, and there's like if you look around the options, there's something called info, and then you can search per pool, like Hex pool or whatever pool you're using on Uniswap or on other swaps, and then you'll be able to see kind of like who's done the transaction. And then there's usually like a little bit of way to weight it and stuff in transactions. That's how you do it. Crypto Boogie, baby. Catch you in the morning. Hey, man. Shout out. Good night, man. Have a good night, dude. Let's see, Miguel. What is the coin better to have ready to buy Pulse Chain? Wait. What coin is better to have ready to buy Pulse Chain from the outset? Let me see. It depends how much he lags it. They lag it on the launch. If Ethereum, if they lag it enough where Ethereum's already doing the merge and shit, Ethereum, because the price could go up and then you can just put it into it. If not, then Hex or USDC. But I would probably do Hex. Really, Hex would be pretty good. The virus of intros. Thank you, sir. My outro is not too bad. Let's see. Sir Galahad. On Spooky Swap, what XBOO pool do you think is the most primal right now with that FT? I would Brush, or maybe like Phantom Pad, or the Phantom Scan. I think it's like maybe Phantom Pad. No, Phantom Starter. I'm sorry, Phantom Starter. It might be a decent pool and stuff. It's pretty cheap right now, but I haven't done enough research into Phantom Pad. But it's the highest APR. You can just sell that token down and then just buy more XBOO, or you can decide to deposit some on Reaper, but contract risk. So do your own research. Bat TD, hi DC. What do you think of 2 ohm, 3 ohm? I personally own them, but I bought them with basically returns that I already made on Tomb on the Tomb finance ecosystem already. So I bought them with like risk-free money. So do your own research. But you can look earlier in the stream. I went into way more in depth about that. Let's see. Will Clemente is so sad. Clancy's very on-chain analysis stuff. Yeah, he is. Is it a good time for PulseX SAC or what else? Do not sacrifice for PulseX. Do not. No. Wait, let me just put a little more baralito. I gotta get a good explanation on this. A little more alcohol in my drink so I can get really drunk. Dun, dun, dun. Let's put a little bit more of that Coke in here. A cola. Ah, damn, that's good. All right, is it a good time for PulseXX? Fuck no. Any strategies used? Buy Hex. Just buy Hex and wait. Leave it in your MetaMask. So take some Ethereum, buy it from Coinbase or anywhere else, transfer it to your MetaMask, use Ethereum to buy a bunch of Hex and just wait. Then the snapshot will happen, and then from there, you will get PHEX. You will be able to use PX to get yourself PulseX and PulseChain. And then when the bridge opens, you can then bridge over your Hex and then do other stuff with it and yield farm. That is the best strategy. Do not sacrifice for PulseX right now. Buy Hex. Okay? Cool, man. Bat Titty? Titi. Bat Titi. Bat Titi. For sure, man. Let's see. Joseph Wilson. I struggle with the idea. If PHEX really went well, will that hurt the Hex long term, or can they both coexist without hurting? They can coexist. What will happen is people arbitrage it. Whales will collect a lot of Hex and will stake it out and keep it. Hex is going to, if it ends up kind of going the way I think it's going to go medium term, Hex will become more of a whale chain, and then eventually Ethereum upgrades will happen, and then probably there'll be a migration back into Hex at some point. But at least for a long time, that'll be kind of the strategy with that. But Batiti, thank you, amen, for sure, man. But hey, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna end the stream right here. I'm gonna have a lot more interviews and stuff. I might have a stream tomorrow. I'll announce it on Twitter. But hey, thank you guys so much for coming, and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So, peace.